April Pettyjohn, and this is Follow the Leader Homeschool Education. Hey everybody, I'm April. Welcome back to a brand new season of Follow the Leader Homeschool Education. I'm so excited to have you guys. We had a really good first season, and I'm really thankful for everybody who jumped in and supported and listened and shared with friends. It was a great season. We tackled a lot of topics. I was encouraged and blessed. I learned so many things. And so if you're new to the show, I want to encourage you to go back, listen through season 1. You're going to learn so many things and meet a lot of new friends. And then you need to go and share that with your friends and with your community because there's things that they need to hear as well. So we're going to kick off this season 2 with a special friend of mine. This is Tiffany Brunson, and I'm so excited for you guys to meet her. And we are going to tackle a couple of topics today and next time. First of all, we're going to start out talking about homeschooling and fine arts. So I know we had kind of tackled the sports topic because a lot of times people will shy away from homeschooling because they're afraid that their kids are going to miss out on some typical opportunities they might have in the public school world. I don't want my kids to miss out on prom or on playing on sports teams or on theater or band or those types of opportunities. So Tiffany's going to kind of tell us what their family does for fine arts opportunities. But before we get to that, we want to start off with Tiffany's coffee mug. She has a really cute mug that she brought today, and I want to hear all about it.
All right, so my coffee mug says "Adventure Awaits." It's got the VW bus hippie van on there, and this is like my favorite.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of a hippie at heart. And so this is my dream car.
Me too. You will find me barefoot most of the time.
Right?
Yes.
Shoes, I just don't
Optional.
really believe in them. Flip-flops all year round.
Which is so ironic because I own a lot of shoes.
Same.
A lot of shoes, but I rarely, like at home, I'm typically barefoot.
Yeah. Yep. All the time. All the time. But it's also got my favorite colors, purple and green.
Yes.
So I would totally do that. But Adventure Awaits, I actually bought this on a vacation. And it just speaks to me. I love adventure. So I have times where I can get really restless and I'm like, I need something, just something different.
Yeah.
It
so you're
can't
always
just be
up
the
for
same
new
old, same
things.
old. Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's really fun to have a friend who will do it with you or your husband or a kid.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is, but adventure
So
awaits.
you're always like, you're up for doing something that's a surprise, something you're not necessarily like prepared for. You're good with that.
Usually.
Okay.
Sometimes it can take me a minute to like digest it, but then I'm like, yeah, like when am I going to have this opportunity again? So let's go for
do it. Yeah. I used to be so much like that. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, it panics me. I'm like, oh, no. Maybe it's because I have too long to think about it. Maybe if it was more spontaneous,
That could be.
I would react better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
What are you doing after we record? Let's just go jump on a plane.
Right?
Let's go
Let's
take off.
just go. Which I would fully do because I just renewed my passport.
There you
I'm
go.
ready to go.
I don't even have a passport. Isn't that sad? I would today, though. I would take off because it is nasty today. It's dreary.
Yeah.
And we are just right in the heart of that
beaches are
in
calling.
between. Oh, they are. We're that in between Midwest, that in between fall, winter. I was telling Tiffany when she got here, we are summer girls at heart. Yeah. And when everybody's crying at the end of summer and they're like, it's too hot. I'm ready for fall. And then we have those like 2 beautiful fall days. And then immediately it's this. I'm like, well, you got what you wanted. I hope you're happy.
It was.
Because the wind's blowing 100 miles an hour and it's raining and it's 40 degrees. So here we are.
That's right.
So anyways, I hope we bring some warmth into your home today, even though it's yucky and gross outside.
So true.
Well, let's jump in because your family has a really cool story and I don't know all of the ins and outs of it. I do know that you guys are heavily involved in Sight and Sound Theater, which my family is attending on Thursday night.
Yay.
That is what both of my kids got and wanted for their birthday presents. They both begged to go see David. So they are going on Thursday night to see David and they are so excited.
Oh my gosh. It is an incredible show.
Awesome.
Incredible.
Yes.
You're all going to love it.
We have
so
seen
much.
Esther at Sight and Sound. We've seen Noah and I believe Jonah. So we've seen several.
Awesome.
Yes.
I love it. Yes. So, okay. Whew. Where
Yeah,
to
you jump in.
even
You
start?
jump in and share whatever you want to share.
Okay. So I'll just say my husband and I actually met. He's from North Carolina. I'm from Colorado. We met in California because we both joined a music ministry. And so we were musicianaries
Oh, I love that.
for 4 years. And so we traveled the world on a big Greyhound bus. We traveled with an orchestra and a vocal team and led worship services all over the United States,
That's
Canada.
amazing.
We went overseas every few months, and it was amazing.
Yes.
Like the adventure of a lifetime, for sure. And so that's where we met. We got married, then we traveled as a married couple and directed the team that we were on. And then when we came off the road, it was adjusting to normal life and where that was going to take us. And so the Lord has taken us numerous places, living in Colorado, North Carolina, Texas, Colorado again, Virginia, and now to Branson, which is amazing. But we have always said, my husband and I love the arts. Everything, just the singing, acting, dancing, all the things.
Yes.
It just brings such great joy. So when we were in Virginia, we were in the Lynchburg area. We got to be part of the Virginia Christmas Spectacular for years at our church.
Sounds amazing.
It is incredible and incredibly fun. And the best part was that our kids could do it with us.
Oh, that's great.
So family's always important to us. So every job that we've ever done, every extracurricular things, it's like if our kids couldn't do it with us, we usually didn't do it.
Yeah.
So they needed to be able to be a part in some small way.
Sure. And you might get more into this later, and that's fine. I don't want to interrupt your story,
No,
but has homeschooling always been part of your story because they've been able to be so involved in your traveling and productions?
Yes.
Okay.
So like I grew up in public school, and that was God's plan for me. So it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I had always wanted to be homeschooled. That was back when it was super weird too, you know? But I was like, but I knew I was in public school for a reason, and it was great for me.
Yeah.
And then my husband, he grew up in private school.
Okay.
He did public school a little at the beginning, but we both, when we got married, from the beginning, we knew we wanted to homeschool.
Okay.
And really it was more that he and I think meeting while traveling, it was kind of always our heart to be like, okay, Lord, if you say go, we want to be the ones who say,
we're ready.
Like, we'll obey you and we will go. So all of the places that we moved, the Lord told us to go. We never had a job lined up. So it was always a step of faith and weird to a lot of people, you know, that we would just step out and be like, yeah, we're moving across country, like from Colorado to Virginia. Here we go.
Did you get pushback from family and friends?
We got lots of questions. So, and I don't necessarily think everybody always understood, which was okay.
Right.
But we definitely got confirmation
Sure.
from the Lord, which was important. And we have always learned the Lord confirms his word.
Right.
Right. And so we just stepped out in faith, but also the confidence that he would take care of us.
Right.
And he has been so good to do that. Now, when we moved to Branson, this was the first time we've ever moved anywhere with a job in place. So my husband was offered the job at Sight and Sound as the lead stylist. So he does all the wigs and the makeup for the theater in Branson. And
that's a huge job because there are so many performers.
Yes, and they all play multiple roles.
Okay.
So there's hundreds of wigs per show and beards.
Oh, right.
And
yes.
Like none of them use their natural hair.
Okay.
Unless maybe they're bald.
Yeah.
You know, and have their head shaved. But other than that.
Do you ever get to try any of them on? Like, I'm going to be a redhead today.
I wear them. Yes.
I would
yeah,
too.
especially like when we have, you know, the premiere before the show starts and things, always a wig.
So
and it's
fun.
so much easier.
Yeah.
I don't have to do my hair.
For sure.
Yeah. And my husband can do it for me, so it's fantastic. Yes. So it's kind of like, I'm like a granola kind of Colorado girl, don't like to wear makeup, do any of those things. My husband is like photographer, makeup artist, esthetician. Yes. He's like all these things. So I was his guinea pig for years for all the things. And so I'm like,
he's like, come here, I'm going to try this out on you.
Yeah, fine. Pretty much. Pretty much. I have had my hair fried. We'll just say that. But he has learned a lot. So there's another adventure right there, just in being his wife and his guinea pig. Yes. So, but yeah, we moved to Brunson like sight unseen. We actually, neither of us had been to Brunson.
Wow.
So yeah, we just came rolling in hot in a U-Haul.
That's amazing.
with all of our stuff from Virginia, because he said yes, and they were like, can you be here in like 3 weeks? Yeah. And the Lord had orchestrated everything. Like, we were renting a house, so it was like perfect timing, and we just picked up and moved, and he just opened door after door after door. It was incredible.
And how many kids do you guys have?
So we have 2 kids. Okay. My son Josiah, he just graduated this last May from Challenge 4, Classical Conversations. That was epic. And just everything that I ever dreamed of as a parent, and graduating as student. It was amazing. Yeah. And then our daughter Promise, she is in Challenge 2, so she's a sophomore this year.
So are both of them adventurous as well, or do you have the one that's more like, no, hold on, we got to think through all the steps, and have we thought about this logically, and what are their personality types in these situations?
Let's see. So I think sometimes I have to convince them. Actually, both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not quite as adventurous. Yeah. But usually I can kind of feel out like, oh, this one's going to be all on board for this one. But both of them actually take some convincing, which my husband's a little bit more like that too. He does not like the spontaneity of
Okay, so you're the one that's diving in head first of the family. I'm getting a better picture of all of this.
I think, my husband and I kind of balance each other out, because
for sure.
Like when we moved to Brunson, actually, so my husband heard about the job at Sight and Sound, and we were settled like in Virginia. Everything was great. Jobs were great. We had our Classical Conversations community that my kids loved. We were just, deep into that. And so it just felt good. Right. And then this came along, and my husband was like, Josiah's going into the high school years, and they're so established. Maybe this is something that should wait until after they are done. And when I heard it was Brunson, I was like, just hold on. I jumped in my car. That's my prayer sanctuary.
Your little sanctuary, yes.
Yep, I was like, I'll be back. And I just went driving and came back like 20 minutes later, and I was like, I think the Lord's saying you need to apply.
Yeah, wow.
This is what needs to happen. And it was crazy and a little bit painful to have to say goodbye. But even our kids, we brought them in on the decision, and both of them almost immediately, they were like, we know.
Wow.
Like, this is going to be hard to leave what we have here, but I think the Lord is saying we need to do this.
Yeah, that's so bold of you, because really when you're in that comfortable place, I mean, especially like he was saying, hey, you know what? I feel like going into this high school season, it does sound like it would be wise not to pull him out right now.
Right.
Because he's pretty well established. We've got a good circle of community. Let's see this through. So, and I feel like that's the time when the Lord likes to like uproot us out of our comfort zone.
Yeah. Throw in the shift every time we get comfortable.
Yeah. But you were willing to listen to that. And I wonder how many times we miss out on really amazing opportunities or things that he would want to do in our lives or in our family's lives because we're just too comfortable.
Yeah. It's true. I think sometimes when we get too comfortable, we can also feel trapped.
Yeah.
And it's hard to make that shift. And my husband and I had one particular instance where we really felt trapped, and the Lord released us.
Wow.
which I was so thankful for. Like, he just knew way more than we did. And so it wasn't even an issue, but it was like we had interviewed for a job, and all of a sudden both of us are sitting there before they had made their decision. And we're just like, oh God, like all of a sudden I feel trapped if we were going to get this. And so it didn't happen. And the Lord moved us on to our next thing. And I was just like, that was a horrifying feeling.
Yeah.
Like, just almost suffocating.
Yeah.
So to be released from that and know just following him is amazing.
Absolutely.
Even just with the unknowns and everything. When you know he's by your side, you got this.
That's right.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
That's right.
We can do it.
He's with you through all of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I do want to make sure that we encourage parents today, though, that there are really good opportunities to get involved in fine arts. And I know that a lot of people that listen are not here local in Springfield, but if you are in Springfield and the surrounding area in Missouri, I know of like Rise, I think it's called Rise Academy, maybe. Is that what it's called? So they do like theatrical productions. There's also Ohana Performing Arts. And then I know a lot of people in RCC community in Ozark, they go over to Heyday for music lessons. Nice. And then Palin Music Center, they have a homeschool band, which is amazing. Yeah. So if there's others that you know about, I know you could give a shout out to.
And I believe even like the Springfield Little Theater, they have opportunities. Yep. I feel like there's even a couple more in the Springfield area. And we are down in Branson.
Oh, there's also Play and Sing His Praises.
Oh, yeah.
Which is up by Bass Pro, and they do a homeschool orchestra on, I can't remember, it's during the week. So there's lots of opportunities. So if your child is one who's more into music or orchestra or theater, there's lots of really good opportunities.
Yeah. There are great ones. Yeah. In Branson, they have Kappa, which is a Christian performing arts thing that they do on Saturdays. Also the community theater in Branson, and my daughter is part of a group. They have a crescendo group and a staccato group.
Ooh,
so it's younger kids and then older kids, and it's learning the art and skills of acting, singing, choreography.
That's so good.
Like, yeah, the opportunities abound. And really, if you look in your area, I am sure there is something someone is wanting to do, and then just encourage the fine arts.
Yeah. Jill Bryant, she's been on the show a few times. She does private vocal lessons. I know she's opened up a few more spots, so you could reach out to her too for some voice lessons. So what has that looked like personally for your family? What have you guys done as far as fine arts?
I feel like we've done a little bit of everything. So my husband and I are both vocalists. So, and of course that's what we met doing was singing. But then like coming off the road, we lived in a small town in southern Colorado, a ski resort town, and he and I did theater, community theater. We had a couple performing arts places and dinner theater places that started up. And so we were part of those. Actually, my favorite show we did was I Do, I Do. It's a 2-person musical.
Oh.
So about a married couple.
That sounds
and like
amazing.
their 50 years of marriage. It is so good. I haven't heard, a lot of people have never heard of it or done it. It's really great because it starts off with like their wedding night and then goes. So one person has to be on the stage at all times. So like we did aging on stage. We had to change costumes on stage.
That's incredible.
Yeah. That was probably one of the funnest shows that he and I got to do together. We did it as a Valentine's Day dinner theater.
Cute.
Yeah. It was so fun.
Bring it back. I'd buy tickets to that.
I know. I'm like, that would be one I would definitely do again. And now like, we're 16 years later now. That would it has a whole new meaning.
I was going to say you'd come at it with a different perspective for sure.
Yep.
A new appreciation for some of those lines.
Yeah, a little bit. Yep. So we did tons of theater. We were worship leaders. So did all that kind of stuff, and then moved to Virginia where like our kids were little. And so they kind of grew up integrating into the Virginia Christmas Spectacular. And our town had other theater groups that were fantastic as well. So community choirs. Like we've kind of done a little
love
bit
stuff like
of it
that.
all. And now in Branson, both my son works at Sight and Sound as does my husband, and my daughter, she would love to act
Absolutely.
at Sight and Sound. Yeah,
Yes.
she's all about
That's the
she's all
dream.
about the theater, and so she kind of breathes and sleeps it, and just loves it.
And I would
so
like to
much.
say too, like my boys, well, none of my kids really, they're all, which is the irony. I'm like, Lord, where's my musical child? Because I was so just, I mean, like all state honor choir, theater, like, I mean, that was my life, like through college. And none of my kids are like showing this any desire even towards music. I'm like, I don't even care if you have the talent. Do you have the desire? Because we can work with that.
That's
No,
right.
nope. And so I would just say though, like we still really try to expose them in different ways just because we want to raise them as well-rounded people.
Yes.
So it's like, hey, even if you're not interested in being in the production, let's go support your friends and watch them when they're in their productions. Or like as gifts, we're going to take you to see David, or we're going to take you to this show so that you have an appreciation for it. So it's like, you may not have the desire to play the violin, but you can still have an appreciation for it. You can still know the music. You can still have an ear for it. Whether or not you end up being that person that's performing, you can still value it.
Well, there are so many skills just outside of actually being on the stage, whether producing or directing or even the technical side of things, all the lighting and sound, and if there's, computer stuff or scenes, like there is so many different skills that so many different personalities and interests could get into. Me, I'm a total sports person. Like I grew up, I'm a total jock, but also a total theater lover. So it was, that was something that it's hard to balance if you want to do all the things, but I love it all. Like there's just so much. Yeah. There's so much great community within it as well.
And if there's an opportunity, like Palin had like their open house for the homeschool band, like take your kids, let them explore. We didn't end up like actually joining, but we went to the open house and we let Reed try out the different instruments. That was his first exposure to that ever. So it was a good opportunity just for him to kind of play them and see what he liked. We thought he would pick maybe like the trombone or, to everyone's surprise, he really liked the flute. So
nice.
We were all shocked and he was really good at it. We wouldn't have known that had we not taken him to just try it out. And they were so patient and gracious. They let all the kids try the instruments. It was really fun. Awesome. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Yeah, this has been a really fun talk. So we're going to kind of pivot. And next time we're going to come back and talk about Tiffany has been a really big source of wisdom in my life when it comes to handling just conflict within the Christian community. And so we're going to take a big shift and we're going to talk about that in our next episode. So I want you to come back and join and listen in on that episode. And until then, happy learning.